All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Chakodash. That belongs unto the apostles and the elders to the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth and faith and sincerity. I'm the brother Shema Olive from the GMS Houston camp. This lesson is going to be entitled The Great Test. All right, let's see a scripture of the day lesson, Revelation, 3 and 10. All right, now this lesson is dealing with, the charagma, right? The, implantable, that implantable technology, right? That they are trying to, implement, right, throughout, the whole world. All right, and it's going to be a device, that, has all your information on it, everything is going to be digital. All right, and you're not gonna have to, carry an ID. All right, you're not gonna have to carry, a driver's license. All right, you're not gonna have to, have your health insurance papers, or you need your birth certificate. All of your bank information. All of that is gonna be on there. All right, and just off that alone, we'll get a lot of people to turn over to it, right? Because the society loves convenience. All right, it's a microwave society. Like basically people want everything quick and fast. That's why you have something called fast food. All right, and you see the lines be long. All right, because people don't want to wait, right, on anything. Everything has to be fast. All right, because nobody has any patience anymore. All right, you got fast food, fucking like a McDonald's or something like that. They pushing out food fast as hell. Hey, where you getting all that meat from? That ain't meat. All right. Or even ordering things, like people don't even really like to go into stores no more to go get anything. Or we gonna order it, right? We gonna order it on Amazon, and I want the same day delivery or the Amazon Prime. All right, which is nothing wrong with having that, but a lot of people. I'm making the point that people just they have no patience at all. All right, so when this thing is implemented, a lot of people are gonna look at it. This is a great step forward in technology and a great step forward in society, and this is going to be, best for us. This is how people are gonna look at it, right? This is just technology advancing, but they are ignorant to the prophecies of the Most High that speak against this. Yeah, okay, they gonna dress it up and make it sound good, but what does the Most High got to say about this? All right, because even though they're gonna make it sound good, it's never one thing you gotta realize about Esau Edom. The people that's in power, they are never on your side. They never, set up things for your benefit. All right, for the benefit of the people. It's never gonna be that way. So once they present something that's seemed to be good, you gotta be thinking, what's really up? What's deeper, behind this plan? All right, you gotta think outside the box, because, like I said, he's not for our benefit. All right, so what's the secret agenda? All right, you can't just be going along with things. All right, but the Most High, right, has prophecies that set up that speak against this. Because if you take this thing, you will be destroyed. No ifs, ands, and buts. About it. All right, but look, I'm gonna start here. Revelation 3 and 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." All right. So what is the word of the Most High's patience? It's basically what we are doing right now. Right, being involved in this truth and having that belief, right, in Yahushua, right, living, a way that reflects this belief, right, rehearsing the righteous acts, doing this work, right, all of the particular things that's keeping the word of his patience and enduring. right? Because we're gonna have a lot of trials and tribulations that's gonna try to knock us off our pivot. All right. It's gonna try to distract us. Right. You're gonna have a lot of worldly things that come up, try to distract you. Right. And because in this flesh, man, we're gonna, you're gonna have, days, a lot of days when some days you're just gonna be weak. All right, but you gotta keep fighting though. Okay, because Satan is always looking to come after you, and Satan don't take breaks. When you are asleep, you think Satan sleep too? You think he need a break? You think he need to go chill out for a minute? All right, because he's been trying to get at you all day. No, even when you sleep, all right, he's still after you. All right, things don't stop. All right, so we gotta stay prayed up. We gotta stay connected, right, to the Most High, to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? The Apostle Chah always says this. He said, "Keep thy medicine strong," and that's dealing with prayer. All right, and you cannot forget the importance of prayer. All right, because the Most High, all right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua actually hears us, and you gotta believe that, and you gotta believe what you're asking for. He's able to do that. All right, that He will do it. But it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that's dealing with that Quran. All right. This is going to try everybody. Because first, it's going to be presented as something that's optional. You're going to have all the celebrities, right? All of the people that's loved in this world, right? Probably by billions of people. Hey, look what I just got. You should get it too. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. All type of videos on what you can do with it. All right. It's gonna be heavily promoted. All right. Then, you're gonna have the draconian measures come down to where, all right, now if you don't take it, that's gonna be some consequences. All right. Now if you don't take it, all right, your kids can't go to school. Or they can't get free lunch. All right. Or your benefits go expire. Or you got food stamps. You ain't getting that no more. You need to get this. Oh, you on housing? Nah, we ending that. All right. You need to get this device. What are you gonna do when he pulls? All right. The necessities, what they say of life, all right, from you. What are you gonna do? If you believe in Yahushua, you should not be worried. All right. If you got that faith in Yahushua, you should not be worried. Because what the Most High say? What he said, my servants shall eat, right, and drink. And that's what we got to rely on. But anybody else decided that they don't truly believe, that shit out of luck. All right, they're going to have to give in to it. It's Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right? So this beast, when you're dealing with the beast, right? When you read up, it speaks about the dragon, and that's basically dealing, with the Roman Empire, right? But the Roman Empire fell, right, and his deadly wound was healed, right, and now it's this beast system, right, which is Babylon, the Great, well, NATO and the EU, right, because you have Rome back, all over again, Rome reincarnated, right, and you have, basically America spearheading everything with all these different nations. Okay. So it says, back reading it again, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, right, which is, this whole system, Edomite system, his power structure, right? And he had two horns like a lamb, and this is dealing with the Democrats and the Republicans, right? Back then they call them the plebeians and the patricians. So they're gonna have this political party set up, and basically make it think that they are for the people. They give you all these options. Oh, we're gonna do this. You're gonna build communities. We're gonna build schools. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Are we gonna make this better? All right, just to make it seem like that they're on your side. But it says, we read it again. It says, I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. So the beast had two horns. So the two horns are on this beast. So they are part of the same system. The Democrats and the Republicans, they part of the same system. Right? It's all just like a big fucking movie. These motherfuckers are actors. And they all are cool behind the scenes. But they make it seem like they are for you, right? But then it says, and he spake as a dragon. All right. And when you go into dragon, all right, he says Dracon. All right. But it goes back onto Draco. Into the draconian, which was a Athenian lawgiver. All right. And he basically, would bring out, harsh judgments for the smallest things. And that's how it's gonna be. Right? A lot of people will be presented with death for not basically being with the society. All right, and being down with the policies and the laws that he got coming. All right. That's why it says in Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. So he's gonna cause everybody to get this except for the elect. All right, because when you go to Romans 11 and 4, it said, but what said the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. All right. So 7,000, this basically is a complete number, and this is basically just dealing with the elect. So the Most High has reserved to himself the elect and the believers that are not going to bow down to this system, because Baal basically is Satan, and this man is Satan, and Satan's working through him. So the Most High has those, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has those who will not bow down no matter what is presented. All right. No matter what good, so-called goods are stripped from them, no matter how, how hard Esau, makes life, right, because of not wanting to get down with this system. All right. He's just not going to do it. He's going to depend on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego when Nebuchadnezzar, all right, told them to bow down to that image. And what did they do? They stood faithfully and were thrown in the furnace of fire and were delivered from that. So that same type of faith, that's what we're going to have. All right. I don't think I shared the scripture, but yeah, I read this right here. Romans 11 and 4. All right. But he says, and he calls Revelation 13:16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And it says, and that no man might bar himself, say he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to survive or function in this society without this, because this is going to be a key part, a key element, to make it here. So it's like, if you don't have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, you should be worried. But, we all should be prepared, right? Getting ourselves prepared to have to go through this, to lose, everything. All right. And to be tempted, above measure. Because what are you gonna do if you have, a family, or or you have, a let's just say you got a woman and she give up. What are you gonna do? You know, You- you're not able to eat, right? Right in and there, because we gotta have faith in the Lord, right? But let's say that, all right. Oh, we ain't got no food. This, and that. I'm about to go take it. So she gonna get it. Then what? You can't let that make you weak. Or if you see other people, right? Because not that you're saying that we want that to happen, but you're gonna have men that so-called in this truth that they're gonna give up. All right. Let's say you see somebody, you really thought was down with this. You see them go take it. What are you gonna do? You can't let. That's why I said we walk by faith and not by sight. You can't let none of that get in the way. Just be prepared. Hope for the best to happen, but be prepared for the worst. Okay? Because Satan's gonna come with everything. This is gonna be the ultimate test, right? That we have to pass. And it's not going to be easy. Whatever it is, you do not know, but it is not going to be easy. All right? But the Lord will be with us. What am I looking for? Let me see. Give me a second. That's what I was looking for. 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says, "There had no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able." So the Most High is not going to give us something that, that we can't conquer, right? If we have the elect, you just got to always believe that we put in certain situations, especially dealing with this, all right, the Lord's going to put us through things, but, all right, we are able to make it out of the situation, though. Okay? It says, "But will the temptation make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it?" All right, so the Lord's going to assist us and be with us, right, in all these situations. That's one thing we got to remember. We are not alone in that, right? Even though we can be physically by ourselves, but through the Spirit, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be with us no matter what. And even if you have to die for this, so fucking what? Look at all the things that we're going to gain. I know it's easier said than done, but what life do we have here anyways? All right? You dying is going to bring you closer to the Lord. And you're going to be the first to be resurrected. All right? So, yeah, man, that was the lesson. Hope this was edifying through the Spirit. With that, I'm saying shalom.